kind of wondering how many people heard about this. Well, I do say September the 17th, 2021. But anyways, I hope everyone doing good. But it's kind of weird because the simple fact is, Nicki Minaj's been talking shit about a lot of people and been saying a lot of crazy shit. Most likely. But my thing is this. It's like a lot of people like talking shit about her because her opinion of why she didn't want to take it or whatever. But this video is not about that. The video is about what people saying.
Think that I would go on the internet and lie about being invited to the fucking White House? Like, what? Do you guys see what is happening right now? Oh my goodness. If they assassinate me and assassinate my character and make me look crazy or stupid, guess what? No one else will ever ask questions again. Don't you see what's happening?
Now, this here is somebody is out there where the cousin was at, whatever. Anyways, you can hear it for yourself.
Like what you would hear about a parlor where somebody will tell you, well, your cousin, friend, neighbor, say XYZ. I mean, come on.
Wow.
Nicki, you have 180 million followers. People listen to you. I mean, it's irresponsible on all fronts. One, irresponsible based on the misinformation that is going out there regarding this vaccine. There was no verification of the story. And furthermore, to expose your cousin friend's flat tire in the public domain like that. If the man have a flat tire, okay, he will work on that. There's herbs and punch and certain things the man can eat and bring back our vibes. But don't come now and talk that kind of talk.
I think this guy is hilarious. Funny, I haven't seen him since what's the name of that movie? Sarah Marshall, I believe it was. It was something like that. But he's funny. He was making light of the situation, but he was also talking about his opinion of it.
Now getting the ire of the government and commentators everywhere. Should public figures and celebrities and that be able to say stuff, or is it irresponsible and should it be stamped out, or does it depend if they're parroting your perspective or not? Let's work it out right now.
England's chief medical officer was today asked at the Downing Street press conference for his professional opinion on a series of anti-vax tweets posted by the pop star.
I love it when Chris Whitty, who's the very epitome of a sort of nerdy, government, wonkish medic person, not that I know him, he might be a really nice person, has to answer a question about Nicki Minaj. And I also like the way the news presents it as if this is anything other than staged fear. Do you think Chris Whitty's not been told in advance we're going to do one question because Nicki Minaj, who's a hip-hop star in the United States of America, has made a comment and we're going to respond to it because we have estimated that people will like you opposing Nicki Minaj. Like, the world's just sort of mad now, the way that sort of the political space and the entertainment space is all fusing. And look at me, an entertainer talking about politics. The irony!
The rapper was widely criticised when she claimed that her cousin's friend suffered swollen testicles and became impotent after getting the COVID jab.
Also, like, this news is framing it as a series of anti-vax tweets, i.e. it belongs to a genre, which I think is a little unfair because it's some of the most personal and particular information I've ever read in text form. I should clarify at this point that I have no opinion on any medical crisis or pandemic treatment of what you should do as an individual or any opinions about anything. See me as sort of like a glass sphere floating through space that information just goes through. Check this. Nicki Minaj tweeted, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and become impotent. His testicles become swollen." Like, what I like about this is that the image of Nicki Minaj's cousin's mate. Nicki Minaj's cousin's mate's testicles, we're really far away by the time we get to the subject, are swollen. And like the news and potentially Chris Whitty all have to sit and envisage Nicki Minaj's cousin's mate's nuts swelling up. And if they was my nuts, I'd consider it to be a pretty serious situation, but they ain't. So you've got to see this as a funny thing to be on the news. The main news again, Nicki Minaj's cousin's nuts have all swole up like punch bags. Luckily though, Nicki Minaj's cousin's mate done a fart and the testes went back down again. And then I also like this got into the personal challenges. His friend was weeks away from getting married and now the girl's called off the wedding. You know, a very loyal potential spouse. I ain't marrying you, we didn't fix, what's they? Kind of hairy brains down there, all swollen up, in sickness and in health, ball bags big or little. The real thing that's got a kick in the nuts is the marriage. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision and not bullied. Now that suggests that Nicki Minaj's general view is that it should be an individual choice made by each of us individually. Cool, Nicki Minaj. But also I quite like, as a religious and spiritual fella myself, the idea that Nicki Minaj is urging us to pray. Dear God, please look after Nicki Minaj's cousin's nuts. The limitless force of consciousness and compassion that runs through us all, that keeps the heavens spinning in their spheres. Those aren't the heavens. That's Nicki Minaj's cousin's nuts spinning around up there. Petitioning God to get someone's nuts back down besides. This is the world we live in.
Professor Whitty, one of the world's biggest female celebrities, Nicki Minaj, has today publicly linked the coronavirus vaccines to impotence. Now, she's got 8 million followers on Twitter. Many of them are young people. The young people you're suggesting should get vaccinated. What would you say to them, and how concerned are you by public comments like that from public figures?
Also, like when this geezer's doing it, riling up Chris Whitty, which Chris Whitty will have been informed about in advance, by the way. Chris Whitty's not like, what do you mean, Nicki Minaj? I love her! You know what I mean? This stuff's all been planned in advance. It's all been agreed and discussed. I guess it's like Nicki Minaj is being utilised by any side on this argument. People that are circumspect, hesitant, cynical about the vax, concerned about the reporting of anomalies will think, Nicki Minaj, freedom fighter. People that are like, no, just get vaccinated, this is an unprecedented crisis. Nicki Minaj, she stepped out of line. If a celebrity says something that's a bit mad, they're a celebrity. And if you agree with them, cool, you're into them and you like them. If you disagree with them, well, they're a celebrity. Right? Everyone gets all serious. Oh no, but with your platform, you should be saying what I would say if I had your platform. That's not how reality works. People are all different.
There are a group of people who've got strange beliefs, and fine, and they make their own choices, and in a sense, also fine. Adults are allowed to make their own choices, however strange. That is a basic principle of medical ethics, actually.
Do you see that it's about the generation of media rather than a discussion? Do you see? It's like, good, now we can report that Chris Whitty says Nicki Minaj is irresponsible, or she should be ashamed, or Boris Johnson said that, now Nicki Minaj is sit back. They just want to keep this big mad illusion going. Now, even I am participating in it right now, but only to say...
Yeah, also, I just seen something before this came up. I seen, they was talking about a lot of areas and a lot of places that people are not going to be able to, only thing, if you ain't vaccinated, the only thing you're going to be able to do is go to school and probably go to like the grocery store and stuff like that. But anything else, like club or whatever, you're not going to be able to go to unless you be vaccinated. Now, but these not in Fayetteville. It's in, I record that news coverage another time. Probably watch a few minutes of his channel, and I'm gonna end this video. Let me know what you think about how he's saying things. He's putting little jokes in there also, but also he's talking about different facts. She's a musician. She's a rapper. So if it's her opinion of how she feel about the vaccine, so why should I don't get why they took her I want to say Instagram back up yet, but they took her Instagram down. I'm like, damn. It's a lot of people talk about it on their own channel or their own Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that, and they don't get the whole thing shut the hell down. That's fucking crazy. Just because she made her opinion about how she feel, that she wanted more information. I think that's kind of just messed up, but hey. If not enough people speaks out and state their opinions, the people that actually have a lot of followers, the people that actually got big platforms, if all of them don't get together and make a difference, it's not going to matter to anybody. Shit like this will keep happening. Canceling your channels and taking your fucking Instagram down. And because of the vaccines and COVID-19, people's families all over the place. And he was talking about canceling Christmas. Like, if you're not vaccinated, you can't have Thanksgiving with your family. So I don't know if they're going to make that a law or not, but ain't no damn telling how every damn thing's going on. So with that being said, finish listening to him.
Liz, what do you actually believe in? Who are you? What's real? Do you believe in this spectacle? Where do you want to be? Who are you in your heart? Who are you when the lights go out? Who are you when you're alone? You know, don't live in this fake, phony bullshit maelstrom of nonsense.
But there are also people who go around trying to discourage other people.
Hello, I'd just like to discourage you.
And many of those people, I regret to say, I think know that they are peddling untruths.
Just on that, Steve, I'm not familiar with the works of, or not as familiar with the works of Nicki Minaj as I probably should be.
Oh, how funny! Oh, how funny that I've not heard of Nicki Minaj. Oh, it's me dismissive. Don't talk about her then. Don't use Nicki Minaj as a vehicle to convey your message if Nicki Minaj is such a derisory and risible figure.
But I am familiar with Nikki Kanani, superstar GP of Bexley, who's appeared many times on before you.
How about this, Boris? We use Nicki Kanani. They'll be able to tell that she's of non-white ethnicity from the name Kanani. So we're handling that difficult aspect of this, Boris. So we can cling on to a bit of moral supremacy behind the podium there.
Who will tell you that vaccines are wonderful and everybody should get them.
Nicki Minaj chipped in again, responding to Boris Johnson's comment. She tweeted her love for the Prime Minister.
The fundamental problem is that the public space has become performative. Entertainers like Nicki Minaj, who have wide reach and are perfectly entitled to express their opinions, in my opinion, have now this great advantage because this confectionery of celebrity has been created in order to sort of carry commodity primarily. Now they can break out aloud, irony, whenever they want to and carry whatever messages they choose. Really, I speak from my experience as being a celebrity in the past. Like, your job really is to just be a vehicle for various products. A mate of mine once said, remember when you used to be up on billboards and that? All that is a symbol that someone else is making money from you. But you take it, it's like, I'm important, there I am on a billboard. If it just said, someone else is making money from you, then you wouldn't take it so seriously. And thankfully, I've been through that process.
Yes, hello, Prime Minister Boris. It's Nicki Minaj.
That is a pretty good English accent from an American woman there, and I've got to say I'm a little bit impressed. I'm impressed that Nicki Minaj is going for it in this way, aren't you? Like, she's like, well, fuck that Boris Johnson, I'm going in.
I was just calling to tell you that I thought you were so amazing in the news
really
this
her?
morning. And I'm actually British. I was born there. I went to university there. I went to Oxford.
And it's amazing as well, if Nicki Minaj can do this, then it is actually on the news. Like, the culture is devouring itself. The culture is falling apart. An entertainment event becomes a news event.
It's like all this other extra stuff is just flooding the news. But I can't really find much about Travis Scott. What the hell is that nigga doing? Is he planning to destroy something else? Is he planning on to let a lot of people get trampled again? Is he, stuff like that. I just seen something. It said a woman catfished a serial killer, and she outsmarted him or some shit. I'll probably look at that damn clip there, because that's crazy. I ain't been finding anything else about the little boy that was missing. It was an Amber Alert, and this old woman, elder, whatever she want to be called, was going to her van because she forgot something and she was going to get some milk or something, and she found the toddler in her van, and she called 911, and she kept calling the baby a girl, but it was a boy, and the little boy got safely returned back to his mother. I have been looking and looking, and I cannot find anything else about that. While looking for that, I'm finding all this other stuff. That's totally different from that. Oh, is that about...
from an executive at EcoHealth Alliance, and this is one of the companies that funded some of the research at the Wuhan lab. And this email thanked you for basically saying you believed that the origins of the coronavirus were natural.
We've already discovered that a theory that it came from a lab has gone from being banned on Facebook. We had a video demonetized for precisely that reason. And the relationships between big pharma and media, their big advertising spenders, probably prevents truth ever being correctly conveyed. Let's have a look at where we are now with coronavirus, our social political narratives, and are we being lied to on an enormous scale? If they're lying about this, what else are they lying about?
Every damn thing.
This theory about the lab, the theory that a virus leaked from the lab in Wuhan, was once very much on the fringe of science, but it's now, certainly in the US, being seen as a mainstream possible explanation for the pandemic.
How I see that is not that it sort of moved from the fringes into the mainstream. I feel like it was initially quashed and denied, primarily because it positioned science awkwardly.
All right, YouTube, I hope you have a nice morning. And I'm signing off. You like and subscribe, make a comment, and please be respectful and nice. As long as you be respectful and nice to me, I will be to you. Y'all have a nice day.